Welcome. In this session, we would talk about state judiciaries, high courts. In the previous lecture, we have already covered about Supreme Court, the concepts, the powers and the independence of judiciary. The points related to those remain more or less the same. So, we would have an overview about high courts specifically in this lecture. So, to begin with, India is a land with 28 states and 8 union territories. However, when it comes to High Court, there are 25 High Court. Now, interesting to note that the Constitution of India provides that there can be one High Court for every federating state. However, the Parliament has given the power to put more than one state under one High Court. As a result of that, the state of Punjab, Haryana and Union Territory of Chandigarh have a common High Court at Chandigarh. Similarly, the state of Maharashtra, Goa and Union Territories of Daman and Diu, Dadar and Nagar Haveli have a common High Court at Mumbai. Now, what is important to note, there is similar case with Guwahati High Court, 4 of the states which is Assam, Nagaland, Mizoram and Arunachal Pradesh having a common High Court in Guwahati. So Guwahati is the main High Court and then there are benches at Kohima, Aizawl and then Itanagar in each of the states, and that bench are called as the additional benches of the High Court. Now this idea of a single integrated judicial system is from the High Court system of United States. There are few terms that we must be familiar with before we proceed further. However, we have already discussed those in Supreme Court, but just a recap. For example, contempt of court. Contempt of court means disrespect of the court. Now this could be in any form, that is actually having a bad behavior in the court, or not answering a question as a witness, or interfering in the procedure. However, there is another term that you must be familiar, which is judgment. That is the final decision given by the court, and the rule of law, that is the supremacy of the law, that implies that no person in the form would be deprived except for the breach of the law. So when we talk about High Court, the composition is important. There is one Chief Justice of the High Court and other judges. Now the number of the judges would depend on the state based on the area and the population that it serves, and this is fixed by Parliament from time to time. So if the workload in the High Court is high, they can call a judge from subordinate court, and that subordinate court judge can work in High Court on a temporary basis, and they would be called as a temporary judge. They can work for not more than 2 years and up to the age of 62 years. So this 62 years is important. High Court, the age for retirement is 62 years, or they can resign on their own will. That's important. The removal procedure is extremely difficult. So we'll come to that in a while, but the temporary judges are assigned if the workload is high and that cases cannot be handled. So a judge from subordinate court is asked to be a temporary judge in High Court. But there is another term that you must be familiar with, and that is acting judge. Now what is acting judge? Under acting judge, we say that these judges are actually holding the office of the permanent judge for a time duration till they resume the work. So very, very important. They are acting judges. They are not there for a fixed duration or a fixed age for retirement. They would perform their duties only till the time the permanent judges resume it. So what are the qualifications? The qualification for the Chief Justice of High Court as well as the other judges of High Court is that they must be a citizen of India. Then the qualification is important. The Chief Justice of High Court, one who is appointed, should either have worked as a judge in any of the court for not less than 10 years, or as an advocate in High Court or any other High Court for not less than 10 years continuously. Now, important to note, if they are working as an advocate, then they should be only in High Court, not in subordinate court. Then they can be considered for Chief Justice of High Court. Or if they are working as judge, they can be from any other court, that means subordinate court as well. Clear? So under the subordinate code, they could be from the from any of the subordinate code or below code, and they have to have been there for minimum 10 years. So minimum 10 years is the duration in both the cases. Now, under the 42nd Amendment, two important things were brought in 1976, and this was introduction of the term distinguished jurist, and another thing was the depriving the High Court of the power to determine the validity of a central law. So both these concepts, the concept of distinguished jurist and depriving the High Court of the power to determine the validity of any central law, were abolished under the 44th Amendment Act in 1978. So again important. Now, how they are appointed. So we would talk about the appointment of Chief Justice of the High Court. So Chief Justice of High Court and other judges of High Court.